A single bite of fish, a silent shock to senior health. At 74, Helen thought she was eating all the right things. Steamed fish, fresh salads, no red meat, all in an effort to protect her heart and mind. But over the past few months, she'd been feeling dizzy, confused, and unable to sleep. Her test results stunned the whole family. Dangerously high mercury poisoning. Not from fast food, not from canned goods, but from the healthy fish she'd been eating for years. Hard to believe, right? We grow up believing fish is the perfect food. Light, heart-healthy, rich in omega-3s, especially important for older adults. But here's the unsettling truth. Some fish are toxic traps, laced with mercury, heavy metals, and industrial chemicals that silently damage the nervous system, impair memory, and raise the risk of chronic disease. And as we age, our bodies become less equipped to fight back. Weaker immunity, slower liver and kidney function, reduced detox capacity. What used to be the occasional fish dinner can now slowly accumulate until it's too late. In today's video, Life in Words uncovers 6 types of fish that seem healthy but are dangerously unsafe for people over 60, and safer alternatives you can choose instead. Don't skip this, because a small change in your diet could mean years of better health and vitality. 1. King mackerel, the silent saboteur of senior memory. In the southern U.S. coast, 74-year-old Walter still loves grilling fish every weekend. His favorite? King mackerel. Rich, flavorful, easy to find. But lately, his memory's been off, misplacing keys, forgetting appointments, even mixing up his grandchildren's names. A doctor finally advised him to stop eating it altogether. Why is king mackerel so dangerous? The answer lies in its extremely high mercury content. King mackerel is a large predatory fish with a long lifespan, accumulating massive amounts of mercury from the ocean food chain. The mercury in question is methylmercury, a powerful neurotoxin that severely affects brain function and the central nervous system. In older adults, liver and kidney detox capacity declines significantly with age. On top of that, the blood-brain barrier weakens, making it easier for methylmercury to invade and damage nerve cells. The result? Short-term memory loss, poor focus, hand tremors, and, over time, worsened conditions like Alzheimer's. A common mistake. People often confuse king mackerel with Atlantic mackerel, a much smaller, shorter-lived cousin with far less mercury. Atlantic mackerel is safer, found in the North Atlantic, and rarely poses the same risks. What should older adults eat instead? Nutritionists recommend smaller, short-lived fish like wild salmon, high in omega-3s, great for brain and heart. Sardines, low in mercury, rich in calcium and vitamin D. Anchovies, tiny but packed with DHA, crucial for memory and vision. Key takeaway: not all fish are created equal. Especially for seniors, the wrong choice could quietly trigger a cascade of health issues. Always read labels, ask what kind of fish is being served, and prioritize science over taste. 2. Tilefish, the fancy white fish with a hidden neurological threat. At 70, Eleanor enjoys the finer things in life. She dines often with friends, choosing elegant meals like whitefish with lemon butter sauce at upscale restaurants. But when her doctor diagnosed her with early signs of cognitive decline, the unexpected culprit turned out to be tilefish and its mercury content. Tilefish, a deep-sea whitefish, is often marketed under vague names like whitefish and sometimes confused with snapper or cod. But behind its elegant label, Gulf of Mexico tilefish ranks among the highest in mercury levels, more than even swordfish or king mackerel. Methylmercury, its toxic form, directly attacks the nervous system. This is especially dangerous for seniors due to faster toxin buildup from weakened liver and kidney function, brains more vulnerable to inflammation and oxidative stress, a fragile blood-brain barrier that allows toxins in more easily. The scariest part? Mercury poisoning symptoms often mimic normal aging: confusion, forgetfulness, lack of focus, fatigue. Many seniors don't realize the damage until it's already advanced. What can you do? Don't rely on generic menu labels like white fish. Ask for the specific species. Opt for safer choices like cod, light, lean, high in quality protein, low in mercury. Haddock, flavorful, rich in vitamin B12, brain-friendly. In today's complex food world, even smart eaters can be fooled by appearances. For seniors, knowledge and awareness are essential defenses, especially when it comes to brain health. 3. Swordfish, a fancy dish with serious consequences. For Martin, 74, his anniversary dinner was always a treasured occasion. Every year, he and his wife would enjoy grilled swordfish at their favorite restaurant, a dish he believed was both elegant and nutritious. But during his latest checkup, his doctor issued a stark warning. His mercury levels were well above the safety threshold, affecting both his memory and heart health. The main culprit? That very same fish he'd reserved for special occasions. Swordfish, a long-living ocean predator near the top of the marine food chain, can live up to 15 years. Plenty of time to absorb mercury and other heavy metals from its prey. Over time, it accumulates methylmercury, a highly potent neurotoxin, dangerous for everyone, but especially for older adults. And here's the kicker. Methylmercury doesn't break down through cooking. Grilling, steaming, or baking won't remove it. Once ingested, it attacks the central nervous system, impairing memory, cognition, and potentially causing depression. Damages cardiovascular health, especially dangerous for seniors with high blood pressure or cholesterol. Disrupts hormone and enzyme function, weakening immunity and slowing metabolism. What makes swordfish particularly deceptive is the false sense of safety. Many assume eating it once or twice a year can't be harmful. But for older adults, even small, repeated exposure can have cumulative, long-lasting effects due to slower detoxification. Smarter alternatives include pink salmon, high in omega-3s, great for brain support; trout, easy to digest, low in toxins, heart-friendly; pollock, mild and versatile, safe for frequent meals. Remember, a dish that seems luxurious isn't necessarily safe. For seniors, it's best to choose clean, low-mercury, easy-to-digest options to ensure that every meal supports long-term health and longevity. 4. Bigeye Tuna, ahi tuna, the sushi star with a double danger. If you've ever enjoyed a seafood buffet or sushi dinner, chances are you've had Bigeye Tuna, also known as ahi tuna. Its deep red flesh and tender texture make it a popular choice for those seeking clean and refined meals. But there's a hidden truth few know. Bigeye tuna ranks among the highest in mercury content of all fish. As a large, long-living predator, Bigeye tuna absorbs mercury from hundreds of smaller fish throughout its life. The human body, especially in older age, can't eliminate methylmercury quickly, meaning seniors with reduced liver, kidney, and nervous system function are at greater risk of mercury buildup. Ahi tuna carries a double threat. High mercury content impacts memory, slows reflexes, increases risk of confusion, and can mimic early dementia symptoms. Often served raw or undercooked, heightens the risk of bacterial infections like salmonella and listeria, and parasites like anisakis. With weakened immune systems, older adults are more prone to severe infections, longer recovery times, and serious complications. Common misconception. Many believe tuna is tuna, but big-eye tuna is not the same as skipjack or light tuna, which are much lower in mercury and FDA recommended. Safer alternatives include canned light tuna, skipjack, affordable, convenient, low in mercury. Wild salmon, omega-3 rich, supports heart and brain health. Sardines, calcium-packed, easy to digest, perfect for older adults. Have you ever eaten sushi without knowing what type of fish was inside? Comment, "Been there too," and share your experience. And don't forget to subscribe to Life in Words for more health wisdom, because health can't wait, and every smart choice today is an investment in tomorrow. 5. Orange Roughy, the dangerous fish, disguised as premium white. You might have seen orange roughy featured on gourmet seafood menus or at high-end dinner parties. It's often marketed as a heart-healthy fish, with its bright appearance and delicate white flesh. But here's what most don't know. Orange roughy is one of the most toxic fish older adults can eat. Why? Orange roughy can live over 100 years, and in that time, it absorbs vast amounts of mercury, heavy metals, and PCBs, industrial chemicals linked to cancer and neurological damage. These toxins build up in its body and are passed on to ours when we eat it. For seniors whose detox systems are less efficient, this toxic load can rapidly accumulate, damaging the liver, kidneys, and brain. The result? Neurological issues, memory problems, and a heightened risk of chronic illness. Warning signs of hidden toxicity. Nerve damage. High mercury can impair memory and focus. Liver and kidney strain. Long-term exposure weakens critical organs. Important tip: orange roughy is often mislabeled as white snapper or deep-sea perch, making it hard for consumers to recognize. That's why it's essential to always ask the true name of the fish when dining out. 6. Farmed Atlantic salmon. The hidden dangers of industrially raised fish. Salmon is often seen as the gold standard of healthy eating, especially in diets for older adults. It's packed with omega-3 fatty acids, known to support heart health and cognitive function. But not all salmon is created equal. In fact, farmed Atlantic salmon carries risks that many never see coming. Farmed salmon are typically raised in crowded pens in the ocean, fed on heavily processed feed. This feed is often loaded with chemical additives, antibiotics, and synthetic growth enhancers. As a result, the flesh of farmed salmon can contain worrisome levels of PCBs, polychlorinated biphenyls, dioxins, and drug residues. These compounds don't just burden the immune system, they also disrupt hormones, damage the heart and brain, and pose serious long-term health risks. For older adults, the effects are even more severe. Increased risk of heart disease, stroke, and cognitive decline. What are the warning signs? Hormonal disruption. PCBs and dioxins can interfere with the endocrine system, impacting critical organs. Heart complications. These toxins accumulate over time and can lead to blood pressure issues and cardiovascular problems. Neurological effects. Seniors with weaker immune defenses are more vulnerable to the long-term damage these chemicals can cause in the brain. Better options? Wild sockeye salmon, sustainably caught, especially from Alaska, lower in contaminants and rich in omega-3s. Freshwater trout, a great alternative that's nutrient-rich without the chemical concerns of farmed fish. Have you ever heard about the risks of farmed salmon? If this is news to you, leave a comment. I had no idea, and share your thoughts. Always choose clean, natural food sources to protect your long-term health. Conclusion. As we've uncovered today, many types of fish, often seen as healthy staples, can carry hidden dangers for older adults. Mercury, heavy metals, and industrial toxins are serious threats that can silently compromise memory, heart function, and overall well-being. Share this video with your loved ones so they, too, can become more aware of the risks behind these common foods. If you've unknowingly eaten any of these fish, let us know in the comments. We're in this journey of learning and growing together. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to Life in Words for more daily insights on healthy aging. Because your health can't wait. And every informed choice today is a step toward a longer, stronger tomorrow.